Alright, we're technically live.
Live? I can't handle the live.
Well, I mean, not technically. We're sort of quasi-real. No one heard that.
What if we're not real? No, I heard not. What? Nothing. You can't prove anything.
No, no. Oh no, we're live! But like actually live! As opposed to dead.
Well, you're somewhere in between, right?
And I'm getting a feedback loop. There we go. So we're live, and you know what day it is? It's stream day. The day where we stream.
Strum.
Yeah.
Art and poems.
Art poems. Art. Yes. We make sense.
Do we?
You know what? I think that's just implying it's fine. Don't worry about censoring that stuff, as long as it's not the actual implication. So welcome everyone. Today we have birthday girl Allie Claw.
Oh, well.
Yeah, right off the
yes,
bat, everyone knows.
You just, wow, just throw me out there. But thank you. That's much appreciated. Y'all have been so sweet to me. I can nothing but smile and be here today.
Have you thought of breathing?
No, I haven't.
Oh, could you?
I don't know.
All right.
Ask me later.
Well, I'll leave it up to you. We also have Vital Mender. The very quiet voice in the background. Have you been uploading illegal pizza?
Stop all the downloading.
I would happily download a pizza. This is what 3D printers were built for. So you could download a pony. And download a pizza.
And download RAM.
Yeah. Alright, so today's lineup includes such art as Binky T11. And it also includes Eggies. Because everyone should buy yourself an Eggie. Eggie, brought to you by Eggs.
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 Eggs are great. They're pure. You know, birds sometimes come out of them. Crocodiles sometimes. Snakes. What's the strangest thing that comes out of an egg?
Stranger Source.
Alright, you win that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Woo.
Wow, party's off, man. Party's off.
Alright, so which one of these do we want to do?
I guess, should we just start the general flow, top to left to down to right to road left, right, down? Pick a direction.
Well, there's two ponies that stand exceptionally better on this one. Like the top and bottom. They're more dynamic, more interesting to look at. I'll definitely give it that.
So we can we'll do up down, left up down.
What? The Binky's art, the art on the bottom that says Sweet Celestia. They're selling Philly Gad cookies.
Oh yeah.
So I say we do the top one to start, unless if they have any specific questions. Because as you all know, we totally accept bribes of you showing up and asking questions. It is how you get prioritized.
Priority is a lovely thing, and plus we get to communicate with you, and like actually be more productive in helping you.
Yeah. Well, generally, some days we just tangent too hard.
That's true. It happens to everybody.
All right, so we're gonna do the Sweet Celestia. They're selling Philly Gad cookies.
I like it.
It's
a nice pose.
I really want the mint thins.
Yes, Thin Mints. I almost bought Girl Scout cookies this year, but I was good.
I will always support Thin Mints. The other type, screw them. Thin Mints. It's a shame it's only once a year here.
Same.
Oh, they're just bad business practice for that one. They should just constantly fire it towards my face.
Well, you know, Keebler makes a thin mint called a grasshopper,
Oh,
and that's available year round.
there's also After Eights, but that's not the ponies on the screen.
No.
So let's talk. Let's talk small horses, small adorable horses with
Who
ducks,
want cookies?
with a duck popping out of her socks.
Is it like a seagull cutie mark?
Yes, please tell us. Based off a true story, this picture. Okay, we got to get the story here.
Story time.
Because context in a picture is everything.
Totally.
This is based off Voff the Duck badge on Derpy for starters. Is that a thing?
You know, I'm not smart enough to know.
Allie, you're plenty of smart. You just don't spend your entire day on Derpy Burrow.
But I have friends who do. See, really, y'all think I'm smart, but it's really just the mane. Makes me look like I have a big brain.
Ah, shoot, she's rhyming, guys. We're doing it again. This is a chorus special.
Right.
Alright, so we can't... I don't want to do the traditional head circle on this for reasons that involve the...
Stretch.
Yeah. Thank you.
I got you. And I agree. This is a very, like, animated expression with the pose and how everything's stretched out. It feels right that the mouth is also stretched.
Yeah, cartoon stretches.
Yeah.
But what we can do is we can do a little mouth correction if we want, just to try and square that face hole up with the rest of the face. Something like this, something like that. That is horrible. What did I just do?
I think you just lost the diagonal, that's all.
I totally did. But the problem I'm seeing right now is the angle of the face here is at... Oh, no, I'm seeing made up stuff. Good. And then it can all be corrected by making that bigger.
Yeah.
Done. Did you just put a zip tie through her nose?
I was just using a line to keep the diagonal.
Zip. Alright.
But yes, yeah, I agree that the mouth is good though otherwise.
The eye, it looks okay. It might be tilting back just a little bit too much. Because you've compressed a good chunk of it with the magic that the mouth does where it completely removes physics of eyes. Because the eyes are, big. They're retractable.
Yeah.
Might want to consider bigger ears, but it's your choice.
I would say, this is like a super little tweak. You don't want to go overboard with this because you can go overboard with this pretty fast. But this eye over here, that I just drew an arrow for, just the slightest bit curved. Because right now it feels like you have like the cheek and then it's a flat thing all the way up to the mane. You want to give it a little curve going on there because like there's just the slightest bit of pop out and maybe even like a pop out for the top. These slight little curves can really help an image feel more, 3D, more overlap, more dynamic.
Is pop out the cop out?
Pop out the cop out.
I did. Your other wing is a good start, but you did it as though they're both facing the opposite direction. both that tall feather's going to be at the front, so I've just done the few feathers towards the back, just to give it the rest of the shape that you followed down on your other wing. Beyond that, it's wonderful. Great picture. It's funny.
Yeah.
We've had a go to giggle at it. And I'm pretty sure that's your goal.
I think one last little tweaky deek.
Tweaky-deek.
Trying to think, like, the square, the plane the pony's standing on feels slightly off. Like, if I drew my little box here, making things parallel.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I might consider, like, we have this leg behind. Maybe it's, like, bracing itself over here. And then we got this leg. Of course, this leg's pretty good. I don't got much to say about this leg. Except to maybe bip it over a little bit, like that. It made it a little too thick, but that's kind of the idea, using that square box. But yeah, that's really just the only nitpicky thing. Otherwise, you really got some nice dynamic poses going on. I like the floof of the mane. There's lots of good volume in that mane, and the tail as well. A lot of the times, you see people like do the tail like to the side. This one feels definitely like it's coming out from behind the pony, and the socks are nice. I actually feel like they're socks, which is good because normally, like, when people draw socks, they just kind of do like the leg line, but it's nice to just have some, like, oh hey, yeah, look, this is where it attaches. It's a different thing. It's on the pony. It's a nice good job. I like it. Overall, it was cute. Cutie horse.
I apologize. I had to escape for just a moment.
You are absolutely fine.
You sure?
We just finished up.
Awesome. So is there any more questions?
Must be, if you have any.
All right, then we'll move on to the next one. I highly suggest popping into the Aggie Binky. You could draw a nice little pony in there. Going, sweet Celestia, look at that cake. All right, the next up will be Crispies. I'll give you one guess who Crispy drew.
Would it be the Derpy?
Yeah.
Just like just a second instinct I have for, you know, that not crispy person.
So I have some questions, Crispy. It looks like you're starting to deviate from your normal style a little bit. Would you call this like a foal? I think if you quickly call it a foal, everything works fine for this. Because she's got a short stubby body and short stubby legs compared to the head. Like if we take the head and measure it to the body, that is the full proportions right there. Well, hello, Salami. One thing you like to hit on. All right. Fire your question at us. We'll see if we can answer it. Because I feel there's a question in that.
Right. Okay, I thought it'd be easier actually just come and speak for once.
It's a crispy! Ah! Sneaky
Yes.
crispy.
Hello.
I do actually exist. But yes, I honestly could not type fast enough to actually explain it.
Kubrick's
No,
really
what
cool.
I couldn't quite get was the kind of proportion, because she's meant to be kind of like legs spread out as if she was, how would you say it? Like her stance was outside her normal boundaries, if you know what I mean, like outstretched. She was singing. Oh, it's hard to explain.
Striking a pose.
Yes, that kind of idea. I can actually draw it out, but that would not be very quick because I do not have my tablet nearby.
All right. Your picture's being called
Right.
cute. Are you gonna take that?
Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm trying.
Fight him. Fight him. Oh my gosh, I have no idea. I think someone else snuck in as well with Crispy.
Yes, I did. Hello.
It's a Fluffy! Hi,
Hee.
Fluffy.
Too,
Hi.
we Brits are too sneaky.
It doesn't help while we're in streaming mode. It completely shuts off those sounds.
Right.
Yeah. Which is nice.
So what's up? I always forget it when it's Tuesday, and then later on everyone's like, "Oh, that was a nice stream," and I'm like, "Next time."
Well, you're here
On
now,
Dragon Ball Z?
and we're streaming, and
Yay.
you're here.
I'm trying to get in, but I can't join the draw pile because of that fiasco we had before when everyone else tried to host it other than LD. That was a bit of a disaster.
Small.
A draw
Small
pile disaster.
Actually,
Actually, it was Picato disaster, but you know.
Get out of my office.
I'm not in your office. I'm in my bedroom.
Oh, okay.
What if that is his office?
You work from my bedroom?
Yes.
Do you
Yeah,
need
if
the
you could-
pin?
Yes, I
Get
was gonna
in.
say if you could punch the IP to me for
I got
the
you.
draw pile, that'd be cool.
Whoa. It now has a URL that tries to hook to it, but will never work in Windows.
Well, that sounds incredibly helpful.
Yeah. Mumble did the same thing, because technically you can make a URL that automatically hooks to applications, but the application has to be recognized by Windows for it, and to do that you need to do all sorts of fun work. So yeah.
Fun quotation.
It's the same IP I sent you earlier, apparently.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, apparently you'd already sent me that, like, in January, and also Ali linked me it as well, so I'm just being bombed by the same IP. And apparently it was still in my list, I just had to click the little drop down thingy. Well, that was great. Anyway.
Good job. I have a question
Where are
about
we?
your wings.
Wait.
What? I see two wings.
Wait.
The general shape of them.
Yes.
Yes. What's going on here?
No, story being, a while back, and you guys mentioned that I should start drawing where they actually attach, if you know what I mean, give a bit more depth to them. So this is just a quick sketch that I was doing last night. It was the night before, I think, and I was having a go with that.
Ooh, someone listening to us. Allie.
Oh, Crispy. It's like you made your mother proud.
Are you saying you're his mother?
I mean,
Everyone knows Ali's the mom of the group, come on.
I'll have the purse filled with snacks and tissues if anyone needs me.
Okay.
But yeah, ponies. No, it's definitely, I like it. I know it's something I incorporate like the little extra, like instead of just doing the jelly bean front. I think something that I've found that helps is that when you look at bird wings, there's like two sections where you have this guy as like the outer section when they're folded in, and then you have the inner one that's kind of like connected and also folded slightly. So
Hmm.
while you have like your wings over here, maybe also have some feather, or your wings, your feathers there. Have some feathers coming here, just the small ones that'll attach there. I can't really see because I'm just like red on red right there.
And if you want to show that connection to the body, if you just erase out the chunk, just that small little connection area, because I mean, like how the neck connects, you don't draw that line across the chest,
Yeah.
right? So if there's a small
Yeah.
blank area between that, it now appears as though it's connected.
I did sort of try to explain that to someone about. There's a similar thing. I think it was a different body part, but it's something similar to that where they had like this. It might have been a shoulder actually, or something where it's like completely connected, and it's like I had to kind of explain how it makes it separate as an object, like it's just attached on.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I've just done minor squaring up of the base of your jaw, because both sides weren't even
You like this
to the rest of your face.
Okay.
Also, she might be soulless. She has no eyes.
Yes,
It's
I
obviously just
I was planning on painting this after I had got a little bit of an input on it. Because after last time, you're like, but you painted this next time. I was like, right, okay. Next time I'll submit a sketch.
We're sort of giving her just 50 different pieces.
Wow, Derp, you
Quite good
so
eyes.
this
Oh.
is Mutant Derpy.
Oh, mutant mumblecore?
Yes, Mutant
She has
Mumblecore.
6 different irises.
All different colors.
Yeah, and all move about independently somehow.
Closely related to Spider Derpy.
Maybe. Oh god, now it just looks like dark magic.
Oh,
I mean, Mumblecore before being painted rainbow is dark magic. All right, so Allie, you want to talk about
Yes.
this back leg you're doing up here?
So what I'm pretty much doing is I'm pulling her leg back because we're widening her stance. Usually,
Yes.
like say we're making a pose, like they're with ponies or like any other quadrupedal, whatever animal. They'll stretch back as well as stretch to the side. If you just stretch to the side, their bones, the structure of the bones, don't really comfortably do
Mhm.
that. So it's like backwards and diagonal. So I just like you pull a thigh going backwards a little more and have her, stretch back instead of just outward.
Yes, yes. No, that does make total sense. Because that's actually one thing that was really puzzling me. I actually redrew those legs 6 or 7 times. And then I was like, right, well, that is closest to what I have achieved so far. So I was like, right, I'll go with that for the moment.
Yeah.
That
Legs
is
are-
exactly what I need.
Legs are hard. I'm still struggling with them. So hard.
I've done so many portraits. I've come to drawing those. Not that I draw them right, but I'm comfortable drawing them. But legs
Mhm.
are beyond me.
I've been recently I'm stuck doing that because I don't want to continue on to the body. I'm just like, I'll just draw 3 dozen, heads. It'll be fine. And then I go to draw
it's
the
all
whole
art.
thing. Yeah.
I really need to improve my body and legs. It's something where I lack confidence, but it's something where I'm like, I'm gonna try and learn.
Yeah.
All right then. Any further questions there, Crispy?
No, that was actually my major one, was about the legs, because I couldn't quite work out how to get her stance correct for the pose I was going for. So that actually really helped. That's what I was missing.
After a while, you just sort of start to get used to 3D perspective, and you just sort of get a feel of like the distance between things when you're drawing. You don't really have to think about it. It's just like, oh, this leg is like slightly further back, so I'll just draw it like slightly higher, like the hoof end slightly higher or something.
Yeah,
It's just
I really
something
need
you
to.
calculate subconsciously.
Yeah, I really need to learn how they move their parts, if you know what I mean. So if,
Mhm.
as Ali was saying, if they're putting out their leg, it would go backwards and, as it were, out, if you know what I mean, rather than just sideways. And that's one thing I should look into, but that should, well, really require me watching this show for the first time in
I already sort of
about 6 years or
memorized
6 months.
the order in which hooves move when horses struck.
Yes.
Ponies.
Nee.
That was so strange.
Nee, nee. James Baxter. What?
Oh my god, that.
James Baxter.
Jeez, Baxter. I love the last episode with him. It was so funny. They gave him a backstory. That's like the last character I was expecting to have a backstory.
It's Adventure Time. Everyone gets a story.
Mm-hmm. And a cute little bat friend.
Bat.
Alright, on to the next picture then.
Huzzah!
Chip, and Cheerio.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for coming on, Chris.
I mean, feel free
No
to
problem.
stay
See you
around.
again.
I should have disappeared into darkness forever.
No,
should-
don't
you
become
should-
soggy.
Come back and hang out more.
Aw. You should also consider critiquing more often on the subreddit. And definitely hanging out more on the IRC.
And come to my birthday party.
And
Alan's birthday party, which is today.
right now is her birthday party.
Yes.
What?
I,
Fine.
I have been planning to do some art for that, by the way.
Oh, you don't have to. You're so sweet.
Everyone draw
I did last year. Do it.
I already did. I'm gonna share it.
You should.
Fluffy did. They PM'd it to me just during the stream. I had to silence my mic because I loved it too much and I had to fangirl.
Wee.
So
Oh, I
many.
can't
Everyone's
get the
being
right-
so nice. I can't contain it. I'm waving my arms. You guys
There's
can't see
3
it.
times I tried to get to the voice chat channel, and apparently I failed both times.
Oh my god.
It's so good.
Whine.
It's just so good.
Which is a silly idea I had, but I'm gonna draw this.
It's just I can only say it's so good.
Glad you liked it.
Thank you. Y'all are so sweet, and it just I can't express how much I feel.
Okay, on to the next one before she explodes and squeeze.
Yes, please.
So the next one is by Sky Flies, and it is a picture of ponies. No, I tried to implement some of the advice I got on the last picture, and I'd like some feedback on this one. I should look what we gave on the last one.
That would help.
Oh, is the apple bloom, the single apple bloom in the window?
Oh yeah.
So totally, lots of changes happened here.
Mm-hmm.
Changes for the good. Lots of changes for the good.
Growth is a good thing.
How does Scootaloo's arms seem very...
She got long, they got long for fillies, I think.
That also seems rather hard to balance like that. Because humans, we get to prop those arms in front and use the weight of the head to keep the arm in an A-pillar. That's like the reverse. This is actually like a workout. On top of that, the wing folds under the leg.
Oh yes.
I think the big thing that pops out to me is actually Apple Bloom's legs.
She's lost her entire hip.
Well, not only that, but if we look at the bean shape we work with, and then her legs end up all the way over here.
Actually, Allie, I think we can approach this entire picture in a different set of critique than doing these individual parts. Because looking back at this, I think the easiest answer for what happened here is the under sketch was forgotten when it comes to the design of the body. You might have you might have done a sketch for this entire picture, but if you were to do all the ponies on top of each other as part of your sketch, put their bodies actually the full body there on your under sketch, it's a lot easier to remember all these bits, like how far the leg's going to come out, where Sweetie Belle's body is going to be in conjunction with this, where's her tail, where's her arms, she's just completely hidden behind Scootaloo's head. Things like this are a lot easier to keep track of when you do that full undersketch. And I know how easy it is to get trapped in the, well, I'm just going to throw the legs up here, and we're going to throw some stuff over here.
Well, it's not really visible behind it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we lose ears, guys.
It's hard to, like, think, oh, well, if, like, there's just gonna be, like, a tiny part of the body, maybe, like, just, like, a single line and a bit of, like, the thigh or something sticking out, maybe it'll be a bit confusing to see, but, I don't know, sometimes it's worth it. Just the tiniest little thing can draw attention to there being something there, and then your imagination fills in the rest.
Also,
I
they're gonna
agree.
ruin their vision sitting that close to the television at dark. Just saying.
I was a kid, this is what I do, and now as an adult, I do that at a computer.
Does to anyone else like Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle aren't looking at the TV?
They
Yeah,
seem, well,
they look,
yeah.
unless if it's a very wide TV.
But, like, it has like a double screen.
Even with them sitting up, because like
It's looking at the
They're-
angle of the box of the TV. It looks like it's just kind of like it's going directly in front of Scootaloo and then ending. Scootaloo's in the perfect position, even though she's looking right at the bottom. But like the others are just like looking next to the TV. It's
kinda
just
want
a
them to,
simple
like-
case of like altering where the eyes are. Like move Scootaloo's irises and pupils up just like a little bit. Like what Ali's doing there with the lines, just that is really helpful to do if you're not entirely sure about where the eyes are going. If they're going to be focused on anything in particular, like if like, oh, this character's looking at this, not just they're looking in this direction, then do these lines, and then it really gives you like a center point to draw the pupils and irises around, and you'll find it so much easier to get things straight.
Yeah, it's sometimes nice just to have that little dot, because technically, yeah, they're looking at a part of the TV, but it's not quite like what you would look at if you actually want to.
Because when you put it in 3D space, they're looking but like next to the TV, to the left of it. If you look at where the TV ends, so you might look at it in a perspective of colors and lines, and like you say, they're technically looking at a part of, like their eyes are pointed towards a part of the canvas that has the TV, but it's not the same thing when you sort of think about it.
Very good observations. Yes, I approve, everyone. Yes.
Wow. I mean, yeah, I think just I'd re-go at this, looking over, doing draw all of their bodies, like each one. Start with Sweetie Belle and then start adding them over. Maybe even draw like a nice little box to help you, a nice little perspective box, so you know where they'll be sitting on the plane next to each other. So that makes
Well,
it.
they have a window seat.
Yep. Nice little window seat.
I'm glad you got my pun.
Oh, done. So many puns today.
So I sort of outlined where Scootaloo's legs could be fixed. Just sort of pay attention to where they're ending. I can kind of see like if she was like laying sideways ish, so like she's laying in like where the light of the TV is hitting. Then it kind of makes sense. But when you realize that the light of the TV is like basically just in front of, it's an ethereal thing. It's not like a line on the floor. It stops her from making sense because like you see her arms are just like hovering, like LD said. So just sort of like lowered them, put the back arm into a better position where you can see it. Lowered them on the cheeks so that they're not super stretched. And you don't have to do this part, but I just sort of put like a line under the eye, just because I thought like if you're resting on your hands, it pushes your cheek up, and that's when you get the little sort of like underlid thing.
I agree completely.
But you could ignore it and not be like, if you really didn't want it, then okay. But being as she's lifting her cheeks up and smiling, like it's probably gonna lift the bottom of the iris up.
You could even have some sort of like interacting squish where the hand and the cheek meet.
Yeah, it's just
Well,
usually I like to combine that with the eyeline itself, so it makes more sense, and sort of have a bit that side there.
Mm-hmm.
You can sort of see, like, oh yeah, it's really squishing the cheek.
Squish, squish.
I would draw like an example next to the canvas here, but like I don't have laziness me on. I suck at drawing on this.
It's fine. Nice and messy, just the way we like it. Ish. No, don't ever use this program to draw, folks. This is the last resort for us. Actually, no, it's not. There's worse out there.
Oh yeah, MS Paint. I apologize
So-
for all the bleeping and blooping that happens. Apparently, Hangouts is not the Newton. It's being evil.
One other thing is these shadows. If the light
Yeah.
is coming this direction from the television, the shadows
It-
aren't going to be cast. This
It's
direction.
really like a quick and easy, lazy thing just to do like a ellipse under the ponies, under the character. And if you're doing like a really simplistic thing without any other shading on it, then that can make sense. But when you've got like an atmosphere you're attempting to do, and some, I can see like the cell shading on parts of the ponies, like really just think about you don't have to go full throttle into like the light and shadow and how it bounces, but just like think, oh, would there be a shadow here? Like, where's the light coming from? You've done it on the ponies. You can see where the shadows are cast on the bodies away from the TV, but just sort of apply that to the floor as well. Very good point. Right, I hadn't noticed that actually.
Good point. Good call.
I think that's about. Oh, actually, one more thing I just sort of think is a bit off. The wall at the back doesn't look like it follows the right plane. I don't know. I really like how you've got like the lines showing it like alter in perspective as it goes. That's a really good thing to do for certain perspectives, but it just sort of doesn't follow the room.
Yeah, it's like you have it good here. I feel the perspective along here and here is fine, but then you get to the boards themselves and they go off from the perspective you've created by drawing this here.
Yeah, that makes more sense like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be easy to sort of mess up, but looking at, I mean, what I did wasn't perfect there, but you can see the ones underneath it, just how drastically they're going down, and it just looks like the wall's kind of like shooting off in a weird direction. Almost like it's like going down, like there's like a staircase behind them, and it's like going downstairs or whatever.
Yeah. Agreed.
But just backgrounds and perspectives are not the easiest thing. I sympathize.
No. Kudos for doing this picture though, having a bunch of ponies in one setting. That's always hard to do.
Yeah, it's always good.
It's always good to push. Push.
All right, on to the last one then. Also, I find it hilarious that we confused Binky. That's good.
You'd be confused.
So this picture is by Stamus. You might know them from such streams as the last 18 streams, almost. I'm trying to create some line variation and a little bit of rendering and the advice.
Let's see. It does. I really love how like the tones on the mains work, especially for Fluttershy. I would just sort of like think about where the light is applying and sort of use that in the right sort of spaces, because I feel like it's almost sort of flipped upside down for Rainbow Dash, who is flipped upside
Yeah.
down. So it's like, so have one sort of direction as to where it goes, and then use that to like play a shadow, and that's like a really nice stylistic choice, I have to say.
Yeah, definitely.
And for line weight, like I don't see anywhere, especially where it's really wrong, but like it should be thickest on the side where there's shadow. So like on Fluttershy's hooves, it should be thicker on the bottom here than on the top, because the lights. It looks to me like the light's coming from this direction. If I'm wrong about that, then excuse me. But I'm using that as the basis, just going off Fluttershy's hair. So you'd have the light side here, so the lines would be thin, and then on the bottom it'd be thicker because that's what the shadow is. Rainbow Dash's hooves are in the right sort of. You can see it's thicker on the bottom there, so that's right. I feel like they probably did just like flip the canvas upside down to draw Rainbow Dash, because like everything is like reversed on her.
I mean, it's a good thing to do. Flipping your canvas. Never be afraid to do that, but be consistent with what you're
Yeah,
doing.
if you are drawing a character upside down, like by all means, flip your canvas upside down and draw them, because like I've tried. It is really hard to draw something accurately when it's upside down, and you'd be surprised. You think, why would it matter? You know, like, it's still the same shapes, but like no, it really throws you off. You gotta like, you know, draw them upside down, but then like just draw their hair standing on end and then flip it around again.
Yeah, I turn my sketchbook around a lot when I draw. Like,
Oh yeah.
just rotate it all over the place.
He's
Yeah,
good.
that's something I've always said, like, because I've had some people argue about like that they don't like, so I'm like, oh, I need to be able to rotate the canvas, like I don't like programs that don't let you do that, and then I've had some people be like, oh, why does it matter, just it's you don't need to do that, just draw it. And it's like, well, when you're holding a canvas, you're holding a sketchbook, you do rotate it because there's certain positions that your hand just can't move in for line work, and it's just you need other perspectives, like Vital said, just turning it around to be able to see it better.
Yeah, it's a lot more comfortable to just draw in certain directions than it is for others. So I mean, just being
Definitely.
it just makes it so much easier sometimes.
Oh, it's so,
I mean,
yeah.
I make use of not only rotating my canvas when I'm doing the lineup, but I flip it horizontally as well, not just to check how things are consistent, but also just like, this line would be better if I was doing it in the other direction, you know?
Mm-hmm. And when you can't do that when you're doing traditional, just hold your sketchbook up to a mirror and you can see, like,
Yeah.
You know,
It's not
helps that
quite as
way.
effective as actually being able to mirror your
Yeah,
canvas on
of
the
course.
computer, but it's still at least lets you see, I think something's off about this muzzle. Oh, I think it needs to like stretch out more or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you can just like work on it, hold it back up again, and say, yeah, it looks better now.
Yeah. You
And
think?
again, you think, oh, it's just like backwards. Why would it matter to like the shape? But you'd be surprised how like sometimes something will look perfectly good, and you're like, I can tell this isn't the best drawing I've ever done, but I can't see anything that's wrong with it. And then you flip it round, and you're like, oh, and you can see exactly like where all of the lines are wrong, where everything's like perspective shifted. And then that's the point when you really hope you're using a computer at this point, so you can just use the transformation. So,
Sorry about that. Oh, thank you.
Oh, Inky gave her something.
Let's see what it is.
Let's listen. Let's be creepy. Oh, I think she muted herself. We can't be creepy anymore.
no, that's not fair.
But we will move on to the next picture.
I'll interrogate her when she gets back.
Okay. I hope it's candy.
So yeah, there wasn't anything else anyone had to say about this pic. I feel like Ali will probably want to critique the wings, but she's muted. So
They really aren't that. Sorry, they're kind of stylistic. They have an interesting curve on Fluttershy, but it's not that off.
yeah, I definitely don't look at it and see anything wrong. To be honest, like it's a really good picture. I wish I was as good as lineup. Mine always come out like really wobbly.
Do more.
Yeah, that is always the solution. Just line more crappy things. I just never really get the chance to. Not right now. We're critiquing.
Right now.
We're critiquing. No. Are you saying you don't want me here?
No, I'm saying I want you to do more art for us.
I was like giving up for today because I just like wasn't having a good art day, and then I found out it's Ali's birthday, and I was like, well, I have to draw something now. That's the rule.
Because the fires of friendship burns in your heart?
Yes. I don't know what the next lyric is.
Oh, Jesus.
What are you destroying?
My tablet pen bounced from one hand to the other and then flew off the desk.
I think it's tired.
It's just not having it. That's what it's doing. I don't believe Allie has a phone call. I believe she's just rolling around in a big pile of sugar. Going, candy! Alright, we're gonna do Corzens next. They're still here, right? Corn CZ11. I just have to paste it on the canvas. It's so cute. Oh,
I always have to try and search for the stream because like I don't know it that much.
It's MLP Drawing School.
Yeah, I know. I just like I never
Dude.
trust typing anything, so I have to like search for it.
Your credit card number is. Buy all of our play sets and toys.
What?
Yeah, we have Alley Claw play sets.
Oh.
Yeah. They're basically just balls of hair.
I would definitely love like a little rubber or plastic little playset with little figures. Like this Hamtaro playset I have, but just like little chibi ponies of our OCs.
You can get
So
the
cute.
of Aros. I could cast some. Do the silicon
How to
casting.
do it.
Yeah, that wouldn't
That
be too much
would be
effort.
cool, yeah.
It'd be like 2 days
So
worth
this-
of effort.
This is an interesting picture.
This is by Corzin. They've been on a streak of doing highly anime pictures of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure style ponies. So
Oh, that's what it is. That makes sense. I've never seen that.
yeah, so every pony's jacked to hell and back and able to rip your face off just with a stare.
What does Rai mean?
I don't know. I haven't actually watched it. I keep
Just
being
pretending.
told I should.
Keep up the facade.
Yeah,
I'm guessing it's just like a battle cry or something.
LD Super Tablet Pen. It flies away. In the meantime, before we get to this picture, I'd just like to remind everyone there's still a draw pile going on. Look at this cake. It's now getting chocolate and stuff, and chocolate on ponies, and the rule of Alley Claw.
Oh, that's
the
a
rules of
fun
Alley Claw. Alley Claw. Alley Claw.
I need to try draw something.
Yes, you
Is
do.
there a link anywhere?
Is there an ink? A link? Oh,
It's a
a
link.
link. Yeah, it's in the chat you're currently in.
Yeah, I'll
If
just
you,
have to
if you
find
click
it.
on voice chat, it's right above BFC's last post.
Oh, it's like way down to the bottom.
Yeah, there's also one inside the Picard
Oh,
touch.
I found one further up. Oh,
I believe in
this
you.
picture is so cute.
BFC's picture, or sorry, Cute Pencil Case's picture is painfully cute.
It's so cute.
All right, so let's go
I
over this picture
must-
then. Not really good at the human anatomy myself, but it seems to be mostly sane. Is this like a unicorn horn spawning off of like a knuckle on the leg here? Because the transition almost makes it look like a pirate leg. They're just attachment hooves or like really weird high heels.
Kind of what I was thinking. It looks like a horn.
There's one on the other side too.
Yeah. This little finger, if I'm gonna get a little nitpicky, it appears to be on a very weird angle. Just because of how it's spawning out. The hand, if your baby finger basically aligns with that wedding finger, for it to be further back like that is very odd. So either these fingers have to move further back. Here, I'll try this a bit better here. Basically, what your hand right now is a big dish, and you want it to be flat on the front instead of being this curved. So just pull it back. That face is something else. You know what? I am going to criticize this hair going on right now. Your hair is wild and crazy, and so much
Very
unnecessary work for yourself thrown into it.
Right.
Basically, you've laid it out like leaves on a tree. Totally unnecessary for how hair forms. Hair is like just this big body of stuff that just sits up there and does whatever the heck it wants towards the end. But generally, the body's not that crazy. Not even if you have curly hair like Allie.
And that is some crazy hair.
Yes. We once saw it eat an entire bear. So, how do we reduce this? Well, every single strand does not need to be drawn in. That's a good start. And you have like a line embedded into the centers of everyone to sort of show direction. I would avoid that because it causes just a lot of unnecessary clutter. Basically, what I would try and do is reduce the body, keep with the bulk of the strands. Like this outside form is good, but you don't need to put in crazy strands, crazy break-offs everywhere in the center. Just go with something where only the ends are really breaking off, and you can give it a few lines of form in the middle. It's gonna stop cluttering as much, and it's gonna look a lot cleaner, and it'll still be able to give that effect of crazy hair without being a lot of effort. And that's all about I've got for this. You got anything else there? You twos?
I don't know. I'm not as good with human anatomy, but like you said, everything looks like it's in place. The hair is the only thing I could think of that really looks out of place. I don't know.
It does look like she's missing most of under her jaw too, because you didn't complete the line there. If you actually just complete that line, then it still gives the impression of the head being pulled back. But because the neck ends right up towards the front of the bottom of the jaw, it gives either the biggest beef neck, like who's the massive guy in MLP? Bulk biceps. Thank you. Yes, it's his neck where it doesn't end; it just sort of forms into a head after neck. I'm not sure if that was your goal, especially considering how toned her body is. It's not massive muscles, it's toned muscles. So the thinner neck would make more sense with just those two really protruding neck muscles. Yeah. You got any questions, Corin?
Hi, sorry, I'm back again. Didn't mean to make bumpy sounds when I
What did
threw
you
my
get?
headset.
What did you get?
Oh, I had a phone call. It shocked me. It was my dad. I'm like, I gotta
We
pick it up.
thought Inky had given you a present or something.
No, I did get a package. I'll have to open after we're done. Anyway.
It's a bomb.
No. Great. Now the NSA is after us. Thanks, Samsung.
I thought they already were.
Okay, fair enough.
These little dog ponies are too cute.
Okay, sorry. Back to the stream. I didn't mean to disrupt everybody.
It's good. We actually just we asked if they have any more questions, and we haven't got a response yet. We went over things like the mane and the neck, and just some general little bits of anatomy. But yeah,
Okay.
Overall, it's a very anime picture.
Did anyone say anything about the chest?
The six pack
Nope.
or the boobs?
The soft pack.
I mean, it's no snack pack.
Tell that to a baby, okay?
Oh, that one. No.
Oh my god.
That was.
So what
Yeah.
do you want to say about
I don't want to respond to this, Allie.
I'll just go on with the crit then. The only thing I'd say is we got a little bit of a torpedo shape going on, which is okay, but you want the nipples more up. The nipples are kind of like at the point of the torpedo when they should be up a little to the side.
You know what? I have a theory about what happened here.
What's that?
Using muscular male anatomy, the nipples move right down. Like as you lose all fat in them, they just basically look hilarious. Females don't really do that. You can't work them off. if you get what I mean.
Yeah. This is really terrible. I need a reference, but I'm trying to like. I know you have a six pack, but
I know
it's
I
pure
do.
fat. It's these things are pure fat, and unless you have really small ones, they have more of a.
Sorry, I'd be
loose,
interested in the
saggy.
science behind that. Does a lot of working out, like does the really really fit women, do they just like disappear there, or is that fat the body
Nah.
constantly stores no matter what?
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's a con. It's not like you could lose a little weight because I know if you gain weight, you gain fat there too, but you don't lose it all because I think it needs it to function.
Interesting. Really weird conversation to have about ponies.
The only drawing critique stream for ponies and involves science behind boobs.
Listen, okay, here I'll give you one more fun fact because you know what Twilight would want y'all to learn that your body is so crazy for calcium in there that it'll suck it right from your teeth and your bones. So drink
Really?
your milk. Yeah. You gotta have calcium if you're a girl.
Have to drink plenty of milk.
Yeah. You want to get that calcium in you.
I did not know that. That is interesting. That it would actually cannibalize your body. I know your body happily cannibalize. Well, happily, it will cannibalize itself. Just because if you have no more fat stored, it will start eating muscle and like organs, right?
See, you learned stuff today. And it's you know what, guys? We are
The
safe
most
for
educational
extreme, but
stream.
education is good for you. It's not anything you shouldn't know, really.
Apparently, I didn't.
Well, you're not a girl, so it's not stress to you.
But I did used to be 300 pounds. They were. I mean...
You're horrible. Oh. See, this is what happens when nobody responds to us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we go downhill. Speaking of not responding to us, anyone else have any art, or shall we move on to the second segment?
We'll have to wait like half an hour to get spots
Oh, yeah.
to that question, right?
But this is the time we
did
throw
say,
up the eggy and go, nah.
They did say their stream was cutting out, so
This is
we
true.
may have lost them.
That's a, oh, Vital has a pony. We're gonna see if it's a new pony.
Ponies.
Hurt. Oh, the pony appeared on our main screen here.
I can't get this drawing.
Sneaky. Oh, sneaky zebra. It's terrible, but when I see zebras, or zebras as some people say, I think of the Kenya song. Really
Kenya!
Yes! Right here in Kenya!
I'm
We got
surprised you said
lions.
zebras or zebras, as some people say. Like, you're American. I thought zebras would be like, it's us people, us weird Brits who say zebras.
Us people. Listen.
Because we say Z.
So
It's
do
true.
Canadians.
So
So
do
does
Canadians.
everyone else but America.
Of course, since they're the center of the earth, apparently, like.
Listen, there's one weird thing I say, but it's a regional thing from like my state, where instead of creek we say crick.
Ah,
What did we
I've
say?
heard that before.
We said a lot, Corin.
We did say a lot.
We're gonna upload the stream. I suggest just watching that because it's going to be hard to repeat everything we said.
Mm-hmm. Basically, if you have any last minute questions,
We gotta
now
get
would be the
drawing
time.
ponies, yo.
Our just repeating of ourselves just won't have the same punch because we're gonna like minimize the words.
Well, except for me, I wasn't here for half of it, and then I came in with
And
the fun
educated
boom
us.
facts of the day.
Edumacated all over the place. Just like, knowledge. Or like, no, Ellie,
Anatomy.
no more.
Anatomy is important in art, guys. It's there. We can't ignore it. Some parts we can because it's not necessary in most art.
Like
But other
ears.
parts you can't ignore.
What am I looking
I
at
can't
here?
even rotate the canvas, but I can't draw any Aggie today. I think I've just already done just enough drawing. But I'm trying to do. I want to do something.
Hey,
But it's not doing right.
all right, Vital. I have a very important question for you here. Is the zebra actually saying sneak, sneak, sneak? Because that is not overly sneaky.
Yes, it is.
That is quite the entertaining.
Sneak, sneak, sneak.
All right. I think, personally, I would say move the eye up.
You gotta be like Homer Simpson sneaking through, going.
Ooh, or from Emperor's New Groove when Kronk goes sneaking through and sings the sneak song of Danger and Mission style.
Oh my god.
It's a great movie. Everyone needs to see Emperor's New Groove.
It's so good. We need to have a movie night and watch it.
Man, this bone. Is this bone this long on real horsies?
I believe
Pretty
so.
long.
Okay. Wait, what's the name of that where they crouch down? There's a name to that. Crouching horse, hidden tiger. Wait.
Might be crouching horses, hidden ponies.
Hidden dragon.
Yeah, what would be
Hidden
equivalent of
I
a
don't know, trying to
dragon?
find a
where-
reference of a sneaking horse is like really, really friggin' hard. Because horses don't sneak like that.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Oh, I wrote couch horse, and now I have a bunch of pictures of a horse shaped like a couch.
Well, that is just a good research result to have.
You should just buy it. Why are we joking around? Just buy it.
Because you could just buy big plushies and use them as beanbag chairs instead.
True,
plushies.
true. But not if I'm too afraid of hurting the plushies to sit on them.
You don't sit on them, you just completely become part of them.
Well,
talking-
okay, I suppose becoming one with my plushies is like the next step of my evolution.
Like, you know those 6-foot tall IKEA plushies?
No, not really.
What? How do you not know that? They sell 6-foot tall teddy bears. Or,
You
sorry,
can,
not IKEA, Costco.
There's
I didn't know Christmas.
not AliExpress. I think it's Alibaba or something. Some website where it's one of those, obviously ships from China, really cheap stuff websites.
Alibi.
Alibi, that's it.
Are you sure
They
you don't
have
mean-
like 8-foot tall teddy bears that you can buy. That you can just buy the thing and then you stuff it yourself. But it's
Okay, I'm
it's
definitely
an
sure
8-foot
it's
tall teddy
owned
bear.
by you.
We need this. That
So,
is weird costume.
Back to the critique. The only thing I have to say, I think the nose could be slanted down a little more to match with the hoarseness. It feels too scrunched upward, but that could just be me. I don't know what anyone else has to say about that.
I moved the eyes forward.
Yeah, kind of. It looks almost a little bit like a pig, I think.
Yeah, that's a little scrunched up nose.
I still can't find a crouching horse, but I have just started being inundated with more ponies. Oh, what the frig is that? Oh, god damn it, internet.
Do we want to
You've
know
gone
what
too
he
far.
just found?
Go back,
You
come
went-
back.
You went too far. Go back.
It's
I hope
people
you
in
still-
horse masks.
Do you still have the back button on your browser history? Or did you make a new tab?
We're just gonna go back to staring at this and go, that leg's interesting, but if you say it's okay, it's fine. My question then is, how come the other leg is like half the length? If we see the hip here, and then the back of the leg here, that makes that like half the length. You get what I mean?
Huh?
Okay. Is there a reason? is there something I'm missing about horse anatomy?
I don't know. Hang on, let me measure bones and check.
All right. Hello, Kelly. Kelly Venus.
Hello.
There you Venus. There you fire. Yeah, desire. Oh,
Oh my
dang.
god. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty
Maybe
horrific.
my balloon.
Really, what everyone's missing out on is My Little Karaoke.
Hello, horse.
Where's our-
It's so painful right now.
Horse.
The pains of drawing.
I gotta say, I really love like the flowers and the leaves in the hair. It's like
Yeah.
such a nice touch.
Yeah, I like that. Very pretty.
I would hate to be given that OC to draw. I'd be like, oh, I hate you so much. But it looks really cool when someone else drew it.
The patterns would be a bit challenging, but not too hard if you just use like a clipping mask. But
Yeah, I was about to say, clipping layer for the win there.
and leaves and plants, flowers and stuff, I'm okay with. Especially since I spent literally 4 hours learning to draw roses once for a picture that had 2 roses in it. Just like these 2 roses. It's like an Animal Crossing picture, so there's like just some roses in the foreground, and then just for that one reason, I spent like the entire day just like learning to draw roses. It paid off because like a little while ago, I just instinctively drew one in like a few seconds. I was like, how did I do that?
Yeah, that was a measuring error.
Okay.
It should be up
Okay.
here, not back here.
Awesome.
Woo.
I do completely agree with Stranger Source, though.
Yeah, I was just about to say that too.
I did post in the voice chat the finished version of this. And that mane and tail look awesome when they're colored.
Ooh, that's so pretty.
I know.
Yeah, I had to look it up because apparently zebras, like, their manes actually follow where the stripes intersect with, like, where the mane comes out.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
so cool!
Yeah, but then their tails are
LD
just
approves of this.
black. Their tails are just all black. The manes are black and white striped like their coat, and it's weird. It's really neat.
Pretty zebra. But otherwise, yeah, I do agree with Strangosaurus. Since both left legs are lifted, it feels a little unbalanced.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe that's part of the sneaky dance.
Maybe.
She's just about to do a barrel roll.
Maybe it's like
Yeah.
a waddle back
So
and
I
forth.
think like she's like dancing back and forth kind of thing, but like because otherwise when they're walking like the legs go diagonally. As I was saying earlier, I like memorized the order in which horse legs move when they trot.
Yeah.
It goes like 1 4 3 2, 1 4 2 3. Sorry.
Is that like memorizing the
the-
firing pattern on a car? Come on.
No, like
Yeah, what it
if you put a
was
number
is-
to the hairs, like the front ones are like 1 and 2, and the back ones are 3 and 4.
Right.
It's because like the back legs
original-
kind of push forward the front ones. I know it's hard to explain, but like
No, I understand what you're saying.
see
The
it.
original sketch I had,
yeah.
this leg on the ground. You
And
can see it
sometimes
right
you
here.
just like change it. Yeah.
But I had a different issue that I was trying to fix, and then I didn't realize until after I was done that I forgot to switch the front legs because you can see the ghost shape
Ah, I
of the
see.
legs there and there.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna sort of change the layering. Yeah.
Yeah, I would change one thing and then forget to change the other thing to match.
Yeah. Easy mistake.
Yeah.
Totally.
The problem is when you get to coloring it and you don't realize it yet.
Yep.
Listen, it still came
See,
out pretty and beautiful, so.
On computers, at least you get a little bit more leeway. But then, of course, there's the thing where you get through all of the coloring and then realize it was on the wrong layer.
Wrong layer, Kronk.
All right. So, unless there's any further questions, anyone else have any art they'd like critiqued? And if not, then dance time.
Dancing.
Dance.
Who
Maybe-
said there could be dancing in the fort?
Look at me. I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
Just
Get on down.
totally legal in the plushie fort.
Dance
The
machine.
book fort might disallow it though because he might disrupt people's reading time. But here in the plushie fort, we love dancing with our plushies and having tea parties. Actually, tea parties is something we can both do. It's when the
You
two
all.
forts unite to have the annual tea party.
the annual tea party, I love it. Yeah, cute pencil case. Of course we can do your art.
Oh yay!
No. Banned.
But
What are you talking about,
you
LD?
can't just ban the cute pencil case.
They've killed too
It's
many
too
people with their
cute for
cuteness.
us. Oh, good point, but it's
They're
a
wanted
risk we
from
have
by
to
the-
take.
They're wanted by the Geneva Convention for use of illegal cute warfare.
Cute warfare. Just like a bomb drops and just opens and just like sprays like pictures just at people every which direction. They're just like floating around onto like window shops and everything, and
And it lets
Seems
out the
to-
smell of
yeah.
fresh baked cookies and
yeah, and it's just like pictures, just smelling like cookies, and then you look at them and it's just like too cute, and then everyone's dying because they're too cute.
Well, if being cute is considered a war crime, then Biden will be like, I don't even know what.
Literally Hitler.
Oh my god, that is pretty terrible. See, now we've got her squeaking. This is exactly what we wanted to avoid.
We did it, guys. We broke her again.
We could make this a game. Everyone has to draw a pony every time Pile breaks.
We're not too tired of your comic. The only downside to always doing your comic is we're getting like the preview of it the week before. So following your Tumblr's like a week behind. Well, actually, the one was like 3 weeks.
Just for the record, she's hiding behind 3 plushies right now.
That does not help with the
One,
cuteness.
not enough.
I know it doesn't. I tell her that, but she won't listen.
Stick on some chains. We'll like grease back the hair. We'll I don't know. Really, just look like you're out of Grease. Or possibly Warriors. Any movie really around that time. Warriors, come out and play.
What about Thundercats?
Thundercats, go!
The Thundercats need to come out.
That's
and play.
Thunderbirds.
Oh. Thunderbirds, go!
Caw,
At
caw!
least you're not wrong, though. Not that kind of bird, Ali.
Sorry if we already did it. No, I don't think we've already done that one.
No, I don't think so.
No, this is new for us. Everyone who watches the stream gets the early bird special.
He's squeaking.
Now I'm just waiting for a little bird to hop around. Like the bird in the sock chirping one.
Extra poof, glitter, because you're worth it.
That's so cute.
No, I clicked the wrong button again.
Oh, uh-oh.
Why does this...
Uh-oh.
Oh, what? It worked pretty well on this one, actually. Just-
Is you doing the 3D modeling?
Apparently. It's right next to edits.
You know, that looks like it'd be like a nifty fridge magnet if it was cut out like that. Like 3D rubber stamp.
Yeah.
Though I don't know what you'd do with a rubber stamp of a comic page. Just like, here you go. Stamp.
This is my
Random.
signature. All right, Binky, what'd you miss? You missed talk about memories and talk about horses and non-horses.
Oh my god.
Ponies.
Very many ponies.
Lots of giggles.
And zebras.
And zebras.
I wonder if I can
Or if you
convince
like
someone to
to-
draw art again for doing critique. Because that was great.
Wait, what do you mean?
The 2 streams ago, I convinced someone that they needed to draw on the Aggie to get critique from us.
Oh, yeah.
What?
That
Oh
was
my
great.
god. That so manipulative.
All right, let's go over this picture. Adorable, 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 adorable.
Oh my
I'm
god, CBT.
really not
I
seeing
love the
many
expression in the
issues.
top right.
Yeah.
This is not a word though. TNICKED.
Snicked.
Tricked? TRICK?
Oh, is that an R?
I think
What?
it's an R and it just got a little booped at the end.
Tricked by the unicorn, he betrayed
Yeah,
us. Yeah, that
tricked.
makes sense. So fix that little R tail.
Oh, I think you might have gone a little too small on the bodies here. Like these guards have even more petite bodies than your normal adorableness.
Yeah. Because the thickness of your front legs compared to the thickness of the back leg we see there's a substantial difference and they're not that far apart from each other. That's pretty nitpicky. I think I could let it slide for a comic because usually you're doing like masses.
Yeah, and you
amount
only kind of
stuff.
like look at it for like a second when you're reading it anyway.
Mm-hmm. But if you want to go back and fix it, that's something to fix. Like really, all these things I'm thinking of are super nitpicky.
I mean, she posted it for the critique anyway, so.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Where's my mouse? Mouse.
I can't do these lines right.
Yeah, I definitely enlarge that body a bit. It's adorable. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. The little bugs. You just want to hug them.
Little bitty bugs.
Although I think that'd be feeding them, wouldn't that?
Yes, well, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, we learned that true love will feed if it's good true love, it'll make them a hard, colorful mess.
So there is one
not
thing I
like it?
noticed quite prevalent in all your art that is a little bit bugging me. The way you end your necks. That is such a sharp curve inwards. I would take the neck and just turn it out a bit. Like yo. You know what I mean? Just smooth it. Smooth the transition. Because they aren't all like rejecting angrily.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I really like this little guy here for some reason. I just like it.
Which little guy? There's
Right
a
down
few.
here. Circling.
Yeah.
Circling.
It's cute. But then what isn't cute here? The
This-
sword.
But I just hear a squeaky sound when it's hitting the shield.
Something.
Just everything is like power hammers. It's just like the squeaky inflatable weapons and stuff.
I think something else I would add is I think in this background here, I think you could have a little something going on just to make the scene more dynamic, like the force between the two, the fighting, something than just like a line. Could use some sort of dynamic push to help the composition in the background.
That's a good point.
I don't know quite what. Maybe you could have like more silhouettes of ponies like you have in the front here, but in the back, like raging at well, not raging, but like running towards each other. Like you could pretend this flat line back here is the battlefield, and you could have like groups of ponies, like little Pegasus floating, and maybe like little changelings floating over here and running towards each other. Something to like really bring that composition like forcefully together.
Very good. Very good point.
All right. Any further questions? Cutie McCute Pants.
Duke of Pencil Case or Duchess of Pencil Case.
Chrysalis's muzzle. Yeah, I think there's a little bit, I think, too much of an upward slope you got. Let me get a different color that didn't look too good. So to me, it's like you're swooping up like this when it's more like a gentle curve and then come over. think just like a little. Because I know you're trying to keep Chrysalis's muzzle a little more boxy than everyone else's. But yeah, I think it's just, it was swooping up where you kind of need to like, when you slope down, you just kind of level out and then curve around the muzzle. I might even consider making Chrysalis's muzzle, at least this upper part, a little smaller. So when we look at her over here, it doesn't have that thickness to it. So, we say, go like this maybe. Something more along these lines. The fangs.
Pointy fangs.
That would be my 2 cents. And you don't even need like this nose bridge here. You could just have the nostrils. I think
It's still a very boopable face.
Mm-hmm.
Boop, boop, boop.
Boop. There. That would be my red line to make it a little more similar to the other Chrysalises.
Oh goodness. Trying to draw Pinky and then some window comes popping up on top. Frightened.
It was the Pinky window.
Fighting the balloons out of my basket. I saw you mention me because of that song or something.
Yeah. It's the song you always put it on during our streams and I love it. It's so happy.
The biggest shame
I
is
put
the
it on
original
during my
artist
radio
took it down.
streams as well.
Aww.
Yeah, from what I remember, their entire YouTube like went down. I think it was like during that whole thing when like YouTube was blocking everyone,
Yeah.
which is just like a shame. But people have like re-uploaded it, but it's like just a shame that they're because I found this out because I actually went on to like ask if they wanted to go on for an interview. He was drawing cake on my pinky's mouth. Thank you very much. I was gonna ask if they wanted to come onto my radio show for like an interview or something, but then like I found that YouTube was gone. I was like, oh no.
I think you could still contact them if you try hard enough.
Yeah, I haven't checked back in a while. They probably like remade it or something.
No, their channel doesn't appear to be back up.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, if you try your best.
If you try your
find-
best and you don't succeed.
That's not the song we do,
Find a
Allie.
Oh.
Come on, you know it.
I'll have to find a way.
You guys are great.
Music today. You're great, Allie.
Make music. today.
Nah.
I need to say happy birthday to Ellie Clyde. I never run.
Brava, brava.
Oh, someone drew a party hat on Spirit Wind. That's adorable. I'm gonna color that in.
Alright, in case you're wondering what he's talking about, there's an Aggie going on. It's full of Aggie.
Come and join in and draw ponies.
Aggie.
Or other miscellaneous things.
Yes, non-ponies. Like goats. Or miniature
Dragons.
horses.
Griffins. Plushies.
Anything
Which
that
may
makes
be
you
a plushie
happy.
of a pony, but yeah.
Draw, sucker.
I'm assuming you
Alright.
drew the rarer alley. The T.
Also, we might have destroyed this cake. I'm not sure if you should be eating it if ponies are walking on it. Because they walk on everything.
Pinky's crawling out of it like,
Yeah.
like that thing from that horror movie.
She accidentally baked herself into it, that's all.
No, yeah, that's it. I can totally see that.
Don't worry, she baked it with magic, not fire. Don't worry. There is no bronies
Yes.
burned in the process.
Just like this cake has surprise baked into it. It's me. Okay, there's a bit too much of the chocolate going on top of Pinky now.
All right. We got this cutie badootie Lyre Bud Bud made by Spellbound Canvas.
Cutie patootie.
And in
It's
their
really
normal
cute.
style. Do you need these adorable pajamas?
Totally
I mean,
adorable.
if I had a butt mark, I would want that all over my pajamas. But just imagine how expensive that fabric would be to make. Oh.
I mean, no, it wouldn't be that expensive. You can get stuff printed.
Yeah, but
I mean,
a
the
custom
fabric
printing
itself.
for one go?
Okay, so it's actually not that bad. I've looked into it. I know we're a little off topic, but I'll be really quick. It's not too bad. It's like $30 a yard. It really depends on what kind of fabric you get, though.
How many yards would it take to make a full outfit?
Adult. I want to say close to. If we're doing a full adult, I want to say close to I want to say 6, just so I have extra, just in case. 6 yards. So yeah, it would be kind of pricey, but I think the price kind of levels out if you buy more. Anyway, critique time. So my first thing that stands out to me is the textures you're using. I suggest you don't use them. Just do flat colors, just like you have on your ponies, because it's a little odd when you have the super sort of almost realistic-y textures for the floor and wallpaper, but then your ponies are flat and they have no texture whatsoever. So they feel odd. So I would do everything gets a texture or nothing gets a texture. It's hard to do that here everything behind them is textured, but they aren't. If that makes sense.
Makes sense to me. That's all that matters, right? Wait.
Totally. I only do the stream for you, Zamzam.
Aww. I feel loved.
Are you a changeling?
Yes. We should make a list of silly games to bring for BCon.
Yes.
Definitely telestrations. That's happening.
Yes. Oh, please. There's gonna be at least majority of the games are gonna be art games.
I mean, they have to. I'm bringing 2 people who don't art, so they have to draw.
And that means they'll just be the best artists we have.
Yeah. Although I have got them both to play telestrations after dark, so everyone's willing to play it. Because you get to draw inappropriate things. Alright, so, Spellbound Canvas. I just rolled the cheek just a little bit to give it that cute little boo, poofy cheekness. Because these ponies are adorable, and we can make them slightly more adorable with poofy cheeks. Watch Lyra's mane here. You basically made her horn flat. So if we take the mane and actually just make it roll around the horn, we add a lot more depth to that without actually shading any bit of it to do the depth. Because making stuff interact with each other, it's how you do it. It's interesting the ponies would want their ears outside of the hoodies. It seems like your ears would be cold then.
You know what? I see it as a functional thing. I see it it holds it over their big head and mane. The ears are the secure button.
But we don't need that for our hoodies.
Yeah, but humans don't have massive heads and manes, do they?
Fair enough. Oh.
I mean, sometimes they don't stay. It's just my reasoning for it, I guess.
I do like the overlap you gave with Lyra's hoodie here, where it overlaps the bottom of the jaw. That's adorable. Gives a good sense of depth of where the side of the hoodie's rolling about. I would take the hip and give it a bit more visibility on both of them, just by increasing the length of that line. You've gone for more that sort of teenager proportions, where they're just starting to get longer, but they aren't full-sized. Unfortunately, Bon Bon has lost a tail in the process. Maybe teenage rebel years. I shaved my tail.
Yeah, nice little poke of her tail. Maybe if you don't want to have, it covering Lyra, you could still have it curve around and we'd have it peek around. Let me have it peek around this side, Have a nice, like,
Now, would your
curving
tail...
tail.
Putting those on would be very hard with the tail. You'd have to, like, feed it through a hole.
That's
Or
why you
maybe
need a buddy system.
maybe the zipper ends at the base of the tail. And it just, like, zips all the way around.
Maybe. Speaking of zippers, I actually had a comment. This zipper is kind of very much throwing me off. I actually, before Zamzam said anything, I thought it was a rope, and I was really confused what a rope was doing there. So I would either it feels very flat. Like suddenly we see her as 3/4 turned, even on her hoodie. We see it's 3/4 turned. We see a little bit of it. So I would maybe even like pull the zipper in to be more like here. If I had to do it, and then have like the fabric.
Did you
But
know...
the zipper. What? Go ahead.
Sorry, apparently it's Alley Day.
What?
It's Alley Day. It's not any, like, Tuesday or anything. It's Alley Day. Go on with your zipper, though.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
You're fine. Y'all are silly. No, nice stranger. Thank you for everything again. So yeah, I just moved the zipper over. Gives a little more feel and depth. That, and I would look into different zipper shapes, because zippers aren't quite. I'm just gonna draw right on the step. Zippers aren't so much a ladder, but they're kind of like there's the center that's split, not the laddery bits. So maybe you could do the ladder where it's cut and then have zigzags for the teeth. It's like a big thing of teeth. That's just my 2 cents for switching up the zipper feel. Because doing the ladder thing, I'm kind of lost, and it's since they're curved ladders, or it looked like I said, it looked like rope to me. At least that's how I processed it.
All right, any questions? Man, I hope they're listening. I would have found it... You could have made this picture slightly more adorable if they're in each other's cutie mark designs.
No.
Just saying. There's something about ponies having other ponies' cutie marks.
Yeah. Oh, one last thing. For this shadow spot underneath them, it is a nice, easy trick to do that quick, oval under them to give a nice cast shadow. It's very dark. I wouldn't go that dark, especially when we're looking at the ponies, how their shadows aren't even that dark. Sure, the bottom shadow here would be slightly darker than those, but it's very dark.
Interesting. Wow. All right. So that looks like it's us for art. Anyone else have any art they'd like to toss towards us? And if not, we are going to call it a Tuesday.
Woo!
And I'm looking at adorable ponies. Adorable ponies. Adorable horses. Horses.
Pones.
There's some really nice watercolors in that post. Horse. So, Miss Claw,
Yeah.
what are you up to today?
Today it was a quiet day. I got for the morning got to deal with tax stuff, like a real
Oh.
adult on their birthday.
I should probably do that, shouldn't I?
Probably just a
Yeah.
little bit. No, otherwise it's been pretty nice. Everyone's been so kind to me, and I can't express again how sweet everybody is, and I'm just very thankful y'all are all here and just so kind, and I just want to hug you all. Just want to hug you.
You can do that, but it's going to be a really long way to walk.
The hug tour. We'll just get a tour bus. People can hop on. We can hug around the world. But really, I appreciate y'all. Y'all are super sweet, and it's really brought a smile to my tame Tuesday.
We need to revive this IRC dream. You could join the Discord. We're no longer the IRC team. But some people still use IRC to connect to Discord, which just seems so crazy to me.
I guess they wanna be sneaky. People like their obscure technology, I guess.
Yeah, they're like, but it looks more professional. No, just give up.
I know. I'll do an unboxing because I'm really curious what the package was I got.
Does it
Because it's from Hasbro.
from Hasbro?
It's from
Oh, it's
Hasbro.
cease and desist orders.
Cease and desist. My friend said expect a package from Hasbro. So
Uh-oh. We're gonna let's listen to her open it.
all right, here
We're
goes.
doing this.
Here goes, live opening. Here, you heard it first, folks. The MLP. We're now an unboxing channel.
Yeah, but only audio. So it's
Only audio. No. Oh my god. I can only send a picture.
Do it.
Oh.
Do it. Is it another potato pone?
Oh, you let's just say hold on, sorry. Get a clear picture.
Is it safe for work?
It's safe for work. Come on, take a picture. Come on. Okay, hold on. It's loading. Let's just say the good friend of mine of the potato pone did indeed strike again. Oh, did it not upload?
A good
What's up,
friend.
Come on. Why is it being mean, guys? Send me good vibes to make my phone send you this terrible thing.
We need the horses. What I assume is horses.
I'm just gonna say I'm dead inside right now. I can't believe.
Oh.
I can't believe this.
5. Oh jeez. Oh oh yes.
There's 10 rare-tatoes in this box. 10.
There you go, everyone who is building up for this. That is 10 raritatos. I repeat, 10. You know you have to line them up, right? And just create...
I'm thinking demonic rituals.
Is Inky home?
No, he's not.
Okay. You're gonna hide them. Hide them everywhere. Some are gonna be obvious, and you're gonna write numbers on them, but 1 to 13. And you're gonna miss 2 numbers, or 3 numbers. Come on, do it.
Oh my god. I have to open them all. All.
Yes. You're just gonna hide them about. Some are going to be stupid obvious, like one just standing in the middle of the hallway to your front door, and he'll just be staring at her. Or him, sorry. You put one in the fridge, one above the bed if you can. Do you have a sock drawer?
Of course.
One inside, one just sticking out of a sock.
Hold on, I have to open and assemble them all.
This is the important part, the assembly.
What am I gonna do with 10 rare potatoes?
You now know. You get a troll Inky.
Oh my god, I have special friends. Very special friends.
Underwear drawer. Yes.
I'm glad you all were here for this, just like you were here for the last rare potato.
Does he have a set of spring jackets? Like a spring jacket? Because one inside of the pocket of his jacket when he comes home. Just, it's not...
I'll sneak one into his backpack tomorrow morning.
Yes. Do you make a bag to lunch for him?
Yes.
One inside his lunch.
Oh my god. I can't right now, guys. I'm dying inside.
BFC, I'm sorry to tell you, I was in shorts and sandals yesterday. It's in this double digits here. It's shorts weather. Anything above 10.
I can't believe I have 10 of these rarity potatoes. Here I was thinking like, oh, maybe they got me the new Rarity Boutique mini collection. No.
I would have loved to be the person packaging that going, I don't understand what's going on.
I'm sorry if my laugh is obnoxious, by the way, guys. I should
it's
probably...
beautiful. It's a good thing we recorded all this, too.
Oh, no.
This is uploading to YouTube, because I haven't stopped the stream yet. And I'm too lazy to edit videos.
This is the bonus section.
Yeah. The section no one will actually watch because no one gets that far in the video, according to statistics. You sure it's the best stream? We had a musical stream.
That's true. The musical stream was pretty great.
Go back on to our YouTube channel and look at 2 videos ago, and you'll have us singing Critique. You're right. We do have to sing Happy Birthday, BFC.
No, you don't guys have
Everyone on mute. We're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing this. Fluffy's eye. Come on.
Oh my god. I'm dying. I'm dead inside. There's just too much. I can't handle today.
The totally unsynchronized and... Yes. Everyone on mute. We need the unsynchronized happy birthday.
Right.
You guys are insane.
All together now.
Oh no.
I'll start us off here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Allie Claw.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank
And many
you guys.
more.
You guys are the best. Thank you.
Is there a second verse?
Oh, I would be sleeping.
Oh.
Who needs sleep when you could be singing happy birthday to someone over the internet?
Internet.
The internet.
It's the important part. And with that, we're going to sign off of this stream. So thank you all for coming, and everyone who was not really paying attention but only had the audio going, just popped in going, what the going on there? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, we do this every week. It's somebody's birthday now.
It definitely feels like it some weeks.
I mean, last week we had the cutest birthday ever.
Yep. And now we have the poofiest birthday ever. So